when you talk of international films, this is a clip which a lot of fans have, have been circulating on the social media about the stunts that you have done. Like right now, Mission Impossible has released, and there are so many stunts on the bikes, chopper, and there are clippings from your old films where you are actually hanging on a plane. How do you view this? You have done it.
Like that I did about 20 25 years, 24 years back.
And there's actually a clip which is comparing both the sequences. We often talk about how India draws inspiration from the West, but over here there is actually a footage which shows how similar the
Do you know, Hamish, where do I draw all these inspiration from? All these stunts which we did. You will not believe it, from Tom and Jerry. I love watching Tom and Jerry. I think it's the most violent thing.
Series. Violent series of...
it is very violent. It is meant for, apparently for children, but actually if you see it, there's so much of action, brutal.
Yeah.
There's nothing which is, every episode is not more than 10 minutes or 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's so much of action which comes. So many inspiration I've taken from there. I remember Tom coming from the helicopter hanging and picking up Jerry. So I did that in Sabse Bada Khiladi. Then Tom hanging on the plane, which was there. Then that I did it in Khiladi 7, SO420. Then many actions I have taken. There was, which one was that? Under a helicopter, Tom has put a hammock.
Yeah, okay.
And they both are sitting down, they're made up. And they're both having a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And they're going, and I did the same thing in Khatron Ke Khiladi. So I put a hammock under it, and I asked the White Master if we can do this.
Wow.
So you actually can get lot of action from Tom and Jerry. That's the most, the best action film I've ever seen.
Wow. And we watch it for humor because we know we can't.
No, you watch it because you think it's
humor.
It's humor, but actually it is not humor. Because he is breaking, like there was one which I remember. He breaks the whole house. Takes a baseball bat, breaks the TV, breaks the fridge while catching him, and he breaks the whole house.
Yeah.
It is so violent. You please try and understand. It's a violent film which you are showing to your children.
I'll watch it from a different lens next time.
Kabhi bhi dekh tu, so kabhi bhi dekh. It is very violent.
Yeah. Akshay, so 2025 has been a very versatile year for you. You started off with a Skyforce, which was a film based on real life story. Then you jumped to Kesari 2, which is a courtroom drama, a biopic. And then you have done something like Houseful, which is like a complete madcap film. And now there's Kannappa, where you have an extended cameo. But what's the secret of this versatility? 3 films in 6 months, no similarity, and we see different shades of...
So this has been throughout. I maintain all this kind of things throughout every year.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like it because I enjoy doing different characters.
Yeah.
And why not? Some people complain about me doing 4 films a year. But I don't see the reason why I shouldn't. If I'm getting work, I'm doing work. Some movies work, some don't. But a person has to work and has to go to the office every day. He cannot just sit home and say, "Ab main thoda ruk jata hu." I want to work. I'm sure you must be also doing interviews every day. You have to write, you have to go to the office. Everybody has to work. That's why, because I do 4 films, I want to do different characters, and it gives me a lot of happiness. I again consider myself very lucky because I get to play so many characters.
Yeah.
I get to work with so many kind of minds I want to get into and try and play those characters. I get to work with so many directors. I get to say so many stories which are not there. Like, I'm very happy that I told the story of C. Shankar Nair, and before that about Skyforce,
Yeah.
and before that about Sarfira, and many other films are there. So I try to get as close as possible to different characters and do it.
Yes. And next is Jolly LLB for you.
Yes, I'm doing Jolly LLB also.
Could you tell something on this? That is my most awaited.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Anything
you want
that
me
you
to tell
can-
you the story?
Kuch bhi sir, how, what can we expect there? With
So Jolly is me and Arshad Warsi coming together.
Yeah.
So Jolly 1, Jolly 2 coming together. And so much fun I had working with him. He's such a lovely lad and such a lovely person to work with. And a great sense of humor he has, good timing. And at the same time, Subhash Kapoor, everybody knows what a writer he is. He writes the film, he makes the film with his pen only. And he writes such lovely lines. I'm a huge fan of his. And it was, we finished the film in about 2.5 months.
wow.
And it was great. We had 2-3 outdoors. And the story is also very relevant.
Yeah.
I can't tell you, at the moment I can't tell you
What it is.
The plot.
the plot or on what it is about. Like Jolly 1 was about that
Hit and run
hit
case.
and run case. And this part
Second
2
one.
was the murder which
Yeah.
happens. And so there are real incidents in all. If you see in part 1 and part 2,
Yeah.
there were real incidents. And so part 3 also has some real incidents.
And one last question, Akshay sir. This is something which has broken millions of heart because of the developments around Hera Fairy which have taken place. Will we get to see a Hera Fairy film? What's happening over there?
So whatever is happening in front of you.
Yeah.
You being in the media, you know everything. And keeping my finger crossed, I hope everything goes well.
Yes, because
That's it.
it's a film which we have been waiting for since 20 years now. And
Yeah, I know. But everything will go well only, I know for sure.
yes, fingers crossed. And on that note, thank you so much. It was
Thank you,
lovely
thank you,
speaking to both of you. And wish you all the best for the film.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To watch the full video, click here. पूरा वीडियो देखने के लिए यहाँ क्लिक करें.